Hello and welcome to our pilot episode of the Tales of House Grimm. We lay our scene today in the Seven Kingdoms of Westeros. Some 9 years after Robert's rebellion, the land is at peace. House Grimm is a battle house of the Tullys in the northwest of the Riverlands, guarding the coast against the predations of the Ironborn. Ever mindful of their words, we keep the vigil. The sun shines overhead, but there is the faintest hint of drizzle in the air. The sad, depressing drizzle that Westeros keeps when it needs to mourn its departed. For as we lay our scene, Lord Brandon Grimm has died at a ripe old age. His life has spanned decades and historical events. His body has been laid out with due ceremony in a small boat, wreathed in flowers in the centre of his family home, Adder's Rest. There is sadly, no septon for him to lie, but in place of that, his body has been put in the Godswood, a place which in his last few years he chose to spend a great deal of time in, reflecting on his life well lived. The morning has already passed, and in that time the servants of the castle and some of the local small folk have come to visit, to pay their respects, to say some words, to stand in silence, to sprinkle the mud from the hills of the Riverlands into the boat, to follow him into whatever lies beyond. It is now early afternoon, and it's the time for those of greater rank and those of greater closeness to poor Lord Grimm to come and pay their respects. A Septon has of course been called. Lord Septon Thomas, resident in Seaguard, has come to administer the last rites. As we lay our scene, he's just beginning to lead the family in a short prayer. Let us come together to pray in the light of the 7 in 1. May the Father above judge him justly. May the Mother above keep his loved ones safe. May the warrior grant victory to his sons. May the maiden lend courage to his daughters. May the smith keep his house strong. And may the crone light his family's path to wisdom. And may the stranger guide him into the life to come. So may it be. And with that, the Septon takes a step back. And Lord Brandon lies in quiet solitude before you. The Septon gestures for any who would wish to step forward and say some words.
At this point, Lily will step forward. The past several years have not been easy. Losing my husband coming home to find my father ill and my presence needed here. But I know he lived a full life, a full and happy life. He still had that spirit about him that young boys do. I can easily picture him running off with Hoster Tully chasing each other about the forest with sticks. That is, in fact, a tale from the childhood of my father. I don't know what he was searching for, spending as much time in the Godswood as he did lately, but I truly hope he found what he was looking for.
There's a squawk from a raven ahead, perching in the branches of the weirwood tree.
Alongside the raven, an enormous owl will land, having taken off from the shoulders of a maester. Walking over. Julius will, in a somewhat perhaps unusual gesture, rest his hands on the coffin. I assume it's a coffin. I have served my lord most of my life. I have never known a better master. He supported me when I was in the Citadel and in my journeys beyond. And it is my hope that his sons and his daughter follow in the path he laid before them, and at least prove to be half as worthy as their father was. A good man. And he shall be missed, whatever the gods intend, he will be missed. If you'll excuse me, I must attend to matters of the house. He would not forgive me if even in this hour of need I allowed his affairs to break under him. And nodding to each of the lordly family members, he'll retreat a little. After a few seconds, the owl leaps off the weirwood branches and lands on his shoulders.
We're just going to have to switch hangouts because everyone can't rejoin, sadly. So,
yeah, I think if we weren't recording it, it'd be okay.
I'll stop
because recordable hangouts kind of mess with everything.